Hello, hello. The wait is over. The locker room is back, and boy, have we missed you. The team are all back together. Ray Hudson is back with us.
It's me, rock and roll.
Thomas Runkin's with us.
Pretty much the same. We both rock and rolled for a few years, so here we are again.
I hope you're rocking and rolling tonight. Gary Bailey's back.
Much too young to be a rock and roll, I've got to tell you.
And Phil Shane is with us.
I'm just looking for the rolls.
Well, there's plenty to discuss tonight here on the locker room. In fact, I think Cristiano Ronaldo heard that the locker room was returning for the new season and decided to give us something to discuss. You may or may not have seen his performance in the Supercopa first leg against Barcelona at the weekend. His actions have earned him a 5-game ban. 1 for the red card, which was the 2 yellows that he was given in the game, and 4 for pushing the referee. So, harsh or fair, Gary Bailey?
Fair in most parts. Can I just say his goal was out of this world, and he was absolutely brilliant. He lit up the match. A silly yellow, taking his shirt off. A horrendous decision from the referee. There, he takes his shirt off. You know you're going to get a yellow. 20 minutes to go. Don't ask for trouble. But in fairness to him, shocking second yellow from the ref. And then you cannot touch the ref. This is where I can't defend him. You cannot lay a hand on the ref, and you cannot push him. So 5 matches, yes, but were they dealt a bad deal on the day by the referee? Absolutely, yes.
Well, it's kind of funny. Spain has said that they don't need VAR, and before we haven't even started the season, and Cristiano's going to miss 4 games because there was not a video assistant.
Yep, good point.
I don't care about VAR. I don't care about whatever. Listen, in 1996, when the league started MLS, and I'm telling you, MLS is considered so-so, the owners, the coaches, and the referees got together and said, you know what, we have to protect our marquee players. Any 50-50, any 60-40, any 70-30, Valderrama stays on the field because people want to see him play. And to me, I know we're going to La Liga, a much different level. I really feel that the LeBron Jameses, the Michael Jordans, believe me, they got away with somewhat of murder. This is the same case right here. A poor second yellow cards. The reaction, I totally understand. Okay, by the law, yes, absolutely, he deserves a red card. By the way, they're going to rescind, okay, the red cards, goes to 4. He's fine, thanks for coming. But you know what? Ridiculous decision, in my opinion.
The second card was definitely harsh, and we all agree on that. Yep. You know, there was a little contact, but maybe right in the last step, Cristiano might have been suspecting he may get the call. But if the referee then had pointed for a goal kick, nobody mentions anything. Everybody would have been fine. But it escalated all out of control. But the push on the referee, as light as it was, Phil, that's a no-no. That cannot be condoned. And he should know, on that regard, you've got to back off. As volatile and as emotional as like Tommy is, and Gary and myself, in situations where you see that red mist, you cannot touch the referee. And this is an example. I don't think it's, in some regards, I don't think it's really enough. Dave Pruitt, who played for Southampton, EPL, they gave him 10 games. It hasn't come close to anybody else touching a referee since. And this situation with Ronaldo, I think he might have got off a little late.
Agreed.
So there is upset, though, because of a precedent with Lionel Messi. This was back in 2009 in the 6-2 win for Barcelona at the Bernabeu. And obviously, because it's Cristiano Ronaldo, the fact that they do have someone like Lionel Messi to look back on, it does, to be fair, look a lighter push. But still, it is a push against the referee.
It's still wrong.
It's contact.
And the ref, I believe in that particular match, the ref didn't report him. He should have reported him, and he should have had a similar ban.
Some of this stuff is crazy,
Should it
though.
be in the referee's responsibility at this point?
Absolutely.
The entire world is looking in. And you're doing some form of video review. Couldn't you, if you were the league, basically say, okay, Messi, you're gone for 3 games. Ronaldo, you're gone for 3. Take it out of the referee's
Listen, guys, you've got to understand as well. And once we start saying it was a light push, it was a little push, we're on a slippery slope. You do not touch the referees. It's setting standards all around the world, especially with a man like Cristiano Ronaldo, who sets such great examples for the kids so many times. It's a sad case, but he's been caught out rightfully. Remember when Neymar got, how many games did he get? 4 or 5 games for applauding the referee just like that.
After walking off the field.
Off the field. So in Spain, you can't do these things.
I just want to come back to what Thomas said, though. You're saying that players, that we should protect certain players so that Ronaldo and Messi shouldn't
The
get
star
the same...
system, Tommy. He believes in the star system.
Absolutely.
He loves the star system.
Where can you do that?
One of the most prevalent, the biggest leagues in the world right now. All right, non-soccer, the NBA, the NFL, it happens there
But it's
every
non-soccer.
day.
It's not soccer, is it?
There's rules too for
no one
pushing.
calls double
What do you
dribble
mean?
anymore.
If Michael Jordan goes to the hoop, okay, and he pushes somebody away and he dunks, all right, the referee goes, brilliant. Yeah, it was maybe a foul. Let's keep going. You got to do the same
By the
thing.
way, this was
Absolutely.
not the most ridiculous.
I want to see Ronaldo play, not sit in the bench.
This was not the most ridiculous red card of the week. I don't know if you saw, but Kaká against his former teammate Aurélien Collin, trying to play a joke, lighten the mood, basically kind of goes up as Collin is screaming, puts his hand towards his mouth, touches him in the face. Referee gets the word from the video assistant, and again, it was just playful. They're both laughing. Got a red card. You know what, though? That's the right decision. Just like this was in some ways for Cristiano Ronaldo getting the extra games. Do you know why? Because if that is allowed, who's going to say what's going to happen the next time?
It's very simple. In La Liga rules, it's 4 games for contact on a referee, no matter how harsh or light it is. 4 and up, but just for contact in, it's 4. That's the rules of the league, and 1 more for the red card.
Article 96, Spanish Federation, grab, push referee in a violent manner. The referee says afterwards, in his written report, a gentle push. He's trying to actually say right now, don't give him anything beyond 4. He should not have written anything like they did with Messi.
No, you can't raise
This is
that.
not
You
fine.
cannot raise your hand.
They do have time to appeal.
At the end of it all, taking your shirt off is a no-no. Touching the referee is a no-no. They're going to get you.
Yeah.
OK, let's speak about Barcelona's performance in this game, though, because many of the Barcelona fans are upset after their showing and their display at the Camp Nou. Is it just early season troubles, or are there troubles ahead?
Can I say something about this match? I think it's the best possible result for Barcelona. Best result, because had they got away with this, it wouldn't have shown up the weakness they got in midfield. And I'm beginning to wonder about Luis Enrique. He took a great side, and if this is what he's left behind, maybe he's got to look at himself a little bit, because they were played off the park by Real Madrid in every sense. I mean, they had a dodgy penalty given, a dodgy sending off, and still lost by 2 goals. So for Barca fans, as much as they're sitting at home going, this is terrible, I'm not so sure it is. This is a wake-up call to say, spend some money.
They've already had a good pre-season. I think they took Real Madrid a little lightly in this game. There was some bad individual performances. You could go through the team. Piqué, I've never seen him play
horrendous.
as worse, an absolute nightmare. Iniesta, Rakitic, Busquets, Real Madrid dominated them in the midfield. Deulofeu was very, very poor. Alex Vidal, another one that had a nightmare. And you throw in the referee situation, who didn't have a good game as well, and it was Real Madrid. But
We didn't even talk about that. Suarez, coaxes somebody into getting a penalty, which he does. He deserves more red card, in my opinion, right, than Ronaldo does. But going back to the game, you're right. The last 3 years, it's declined. It's aging team, bad transfers. Where is the next guy from La Masia? They've totally gutted La Masia. They're going with athletes right now instead of players. They've lost their identity. Now, do they give Valverde the sign, you overhaul this team, use Neymar's 250, whatever we got, on the right players to do that? They bring in 3 right players. I say they can win it over Real Madrid this year.
Wow. Even the players were saying after this game, we need signings.
But Lee Cattermole, Sunderland captain, longtime fan, on Twitter was asked, we need you at Barcelona. Come to Barcelona. And he was kind of joking. He said, sorry, I don't join teams in decline.
Well,
just to give you an idea,
he's not the only player
Lee
who's been calling
Cattermole,
out.
really? You're bringing out on a minute, Kay Murray. Hold on a minute, Kay Murray.
The reason is
you're bringing
he's not the joke.
Lee Cattermole.
Barcelona is the joke right now.
I understand.
Neymar's departure
but you're
is
giving
only
that
the
sort
headline.
of relevance to Lee Cattermole
because
he pulls off a joke
Kevin
like
Prince
that.
Boateng's also
Lee Cattermole,
I know,
and
right?
I agree with this.
Lee
It's not
Cattermole.
just Neymar.
Kevin
You don't want to know who he
Phil's
is.
point says they miss Neymar. Just asking, lol. He is just asking.
It's not Neymar.
Has it hurt
the
them? Was
problems are
this
much
part
deeper.
of it?
Problems are much, much deeper than Neymar's departure.
But could it
go
work?
ahead, Gary.
Could it work for them? They take money from losing one player, and he is a great player, Neymar, no question. But if they get Coutinho, who they're chasing, and I believe he's been pushed out the Liverpool squad today, if they get Dembele, who's also out of the Dortmund squad, if you get those two, they've just got Paulinho, suddenly maybe it might morph into more of a 4-4-2, or you push Coutinho up 4-3-3.
And Neymar, Messi inside.
Can we
Messi
talk
inside,
about the
but
team
they
that
could be stronger then, Ray, and they've got a chance then.
Can we talk about the team that absolutely disrobed them, dismantled them, because Real Madrid, and again, Thomas, Zidane. And I just love the fact that there's so many Madridistas out there watching us that were kicking this man mercilessly because he wasn't a great tactician, because he didn't know how to handle the team. Do you remember those days? Because a lot of people forgot about it, and I'll never forget that. But really, Kay, he was absolutely derided countlessly. Everything he pulls off, everything he does, he leaves the Dark Invader out. He puts Asensio in. The goals he scored, the Cristiano rested, those minutes that Zidane's going to have to massage this team. It's going to stand up great. They're looking to get 6 trophies, Tommy, this year. 6 trophies. They're looking absolutely unbeatable for me. But Thomas is saying Barcelona's going to beat Real Madrid in La Liga.
And you know why? I like Nelson Semedo, the right fullback.
The Portuguese.
We got Paulinho. You can say who you want. To me, a better two-way player than Pogba at 40 million.
And Gomes.
He's a better player than Gomes.
And you play Busquets next to him, okay? You play Messi as the attacking midfield. Not coming in. You are our 10 right now. You play Suarez. You get either Draxler, Di Maria, or Dembele or Coutinho. One more centre back. I'm telling you, 3 points behind Real Madrid last year. They can challenge this team if they make the 2 or 3 great choices in the
Everyone
transfer.
keeps saying no, though. They got to get the deals done.
They've got to get it done. Players like Isco, Kovacic, absolutely brilliant when they've came in. You look at the
Best
players
team on the planet.
Real Madrid have brought in. Isco, Asensio, Kovacic, and there's a lot more. Barcelona don't have that.
It's all to see here on beIN Sports. Just 4 days until the return of La Liga, long awaited. Spanish football is back here on beIN Sports. Time for a short break. Neymar made his PSG debut at the weekend, and he did so in style. The Brazilian shock transfer was the story of the summer. We get the panel's take when we return.
Not as good as Catamore.
Who is Catamore?
Welcome back to the locker room. Neymar's summer definitely didn't go by quietly, nor did his debut at the weekend against Guingamp. A goal and an assist helping the Parisians to a 3-0 win. He's off the mark, and was he, Ray, deserved of that man of the match?
Of course
trophy?
he was. He was the best player on the park by a mile. He was involved in all 3 goals. He absolutely decorated the game every time he touched the ball. Brilliant vision. Some of his passes were absolutely astonishing. This is the first goal, which is not a thing of beauty. They'll not be hanging that in the Louvre.
If that own goal didn't go in, it could have ended
It was a tight game, but PSG were really dominant and all over Guingamp. But look at this poor lad's face. I mean, it's the most terrible, horrendous. But look at this.
Player.
This is what we pay the money for as well. Waiting for the run. Slide rule pass from Neymar. Split millimetre perfect. Cavani, absolutely brilliant. El Matador, great finish. But this was a one-way street, Thomas. It was all one-way traffic for PSG. Totally dominant.
I wasn't sure what Emery was going to do, but he's given him the freedom that he deserves, by the way.
Go away,
He was in all 3 channels.
Yeah.
He sets up a great cross from the right side for the header. He goes centrally. He plays the ball from Cavani, by the way, as a deep playmaker. He gets it from his back 4. Silva is involved by playing 2 balls through lines where he's so good in those pockets where he can turn and run at people. He can hurt you so many ways. And you know what? At Barca, he was so restricted. Messi's the only one with freedom. On the left side, stay on the left side, stay on the left side. Now he shows what he's capable of.
That just proves your point there, because
can't wait.
He gets in the centre here. He's playing more as a centre forward. In this one, we saw him on the right wing, we saw him on the left. And I think that's why he left Barcelona. He left him, exactly as Thomas says, to become the player who can play anywhere.
Cavani,
you build the team around me.
Was it the right decision for him to leave
Absolutely,
Barcelona?
no question.
This is his team. This is his league right now. That would never be the case if he would have stayed in Spain. And Gareth Bale might be reading the same tea leaves.
Let's not get carried too far away. As we've got, Guingamp wasn't exactly the second coming of Maldini's Italy
mid-level
defence.
team.
Phil, what do you want? Catamore in the team? I mean, listen, this situation, it was QED. It's what they set out to prove, you know, and they did it impeccably. Like Phil says, they had to work at it. Sad own goal at the first one, but Neymar was at the heart of everything, and it's a brilliant move. He looks as if he's been there forever. He fit in beautifully.
And they will get stronger, by the way. Alexis Sanchez, we're saying, is in Paris. Mbappe, they still reckon they're going to get him.
And the key is, though,
I think they will
Gary, they need to, because this is still not a guarantee. I mean, if you're a Monaco, Marseille, Lyon, You look at
you're
Areola
kidding.
and Kevin Trapp in goal. Both of them have their issues.
You think
and
they can stop PSG winning the league?
up front, you take a look at Cavani. He's doing well. Maybe he's no Luis Suarez, but if he goes down with an injury, there are no other center forwards. So they still
real
need
quick,
extra.
He's not like Suarez, but you know what? He's like Benzema. He's more of a giver. If you look at that third goal, Suarez goes to goal. He finds that relationship. I thought was very, very great. And what I like too is the front three. If the license to Cavani in the first game is on the right side, giving the cross to Pastore. He's now centrally as well. They're interchanging there, the freedom they have, which is hard to do because you got to balance the team, but they got a midfield three rated with Verratti, with Judy, that do all the dirty work. And Neymar's proven in big games for Brazil, by the way. So
like
he's doing
Phil
it
says, brings up a good point. They're in the market for Oblak, the Atletico Madrid player, and he's a brilliant goalkeeper. Definitely, Gary, one of your favourites as well.
Easy top.
Because Kevin Trapp and the other lad,
Areola
is not so
the only thing is,
dependable.
when I watched the first 83 minutes, and he finally scored a goal, he's not really worth the money. You know, it took him 83 minutes, right, to score.
Well,
By the way, it took him 7 games for Barca and 8 for Brazil.
Can you imagine Mbappe next to him as well, and Alexis Sanchez, and Draxler, and Di Maria? I mean, it's a crazy team.
Okay, soccer quick takes. Gary Bailey, I'm starting with you. Manchester United, what a start to the Premier League season for them. But the question is, has Jose Mourinho got the team now that he needs to win the title?
I think he's maybe a player or two short of being absolutely sure. I think he's got the team very close. We're now seeing in his second season a proper United team. Lukaku's an absolute beast. So too is Matic. If he can get Perisic on the left, I think that would be enough. And of course, we've got Zlatan coming back in December. So we're going to go on for the league title this year.
One year, Gary, against the terrible West Ham.
Thank you.
No excuses.
Thank you, Ray.
No, to me right now, City up there with them. I think if we get one more player, Perisic and Zlatan comes back, then we'll win it.
They're going to get shredded.
What?
As Madrid showed you 2 weeks ago when they finally played a real opponent. Ray's right, West Ham. You know what?
West Ham played terrible, though.
Back four, Danny Blind still, Phil Jones, Smalling. Good luck. You're going to give up goals.
Eric Bailly looks very solid. I think Man United's had a wonderful pre-season. This was a statement of intent. Pogba played tremendous. Matic was man of the match. Mkhitaryan, they all look good. Phil's Lukaku, who he loves. They look good. They look good.
350 over United. I agree with you. They're much better. But I say still third, Huddersfield second.
Huddersfield second, top of the table.
Okay, listen. Ray Hudson, Chelsea, there may be trouble ahead.
Bit of crisis going on at Stamford Bridge. You know, the sending off of Cahill really disrupted it badly for them. But 3-0 down at half-time against that team. I mean, it was a shocker. But I don't think it'll be so bad. I think they'll bounce back. But next game up is against Tottenham Hotspur, who absolutely cleaned Newcastle United, like easy peasy, Jap and easy.
Well, that means nothing, does it?
No.
Most teams will clean them up.
Well, they probably will, because Newcastle's probably going to take the drop unless they sign. But Man United, Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea's too much of a trouble.
Conte, no Moses, no Hazard, no Pedro. So, they had a few players missing.
Meanwhile, in Ligue 1, Marcelo Bielsa lived up to his nickname El Loco at the weekend. 3 substitutions so early on, which meant when his goalkeeper got sent off in about the 63rd, he didn't have anyone to bring on for him, so he put a striker in goal.
Well, by the way, his nickname is El Loco, Bielsa. I think he has to share it with Manuel right now, right in front of the assistant referee, and throws the ball to the back of the player's hand. Ex-PSG here, by the way, gone. But he'd used all of his substitutions, so he brings back the forward to end up being in goal. He goes in. It's still scoreless at this point. Tries his best. Not bad, but he ends up giving up a later goal, so he needs to go back up front. They put a defender back in there. They don't call him El Loco for nothing. It will be interesting, and I think when all is said and done, Lille, if they can survive that effort that's required under Bielsa's system, will be challenging for a European spot. But at this particular point, you don't want to miss it. Lille is definitely one of your must-tunes.
Yeah, French football this season here on beIN Sports. Don't miss it. Listen, coming up after the break, we do have our top goals. But first, what I love time. 2 special moments. The second is difficult to watch. The first is very cheeky. Check this out. This is on Pro Evo Soccer, where some cheeky fan has made the referee a Barcelona player, and they're all celebrated together on this one. Little tongue in cheek there. But meanwhile, the next one is a little awkward. This is an own goal in Estonia. In fact, the team that benefited didn't touch the ball once from kickoff and still got the goal to go up 1-0. Look at this. Are you ready?
Nice possession so far. Looks good. Keeping the ball. Aye.
Oh, keep it where you're going.
Hey!
Where was the keeper
Just
going?
like they drew it up.
Stay with us.
Brilliant.
More after the break here on The Locker Room.
This segment is brought to you by the new Ford Fusion 2017.
Time for our top goals, and all of them come from the leagues we carry here on beIN Sports, starting with Pepe. Come to Besiktas and please score goals for us too. Pepe, ex-Real Madrid defender, is already off the mark with this one.
Nice brave header at the far post. In fact, he had a chance just before this as well. And I'm delighted for him. And as a Real Madrid player, was a legend. And you know, it's a good league, Turkey, but I really hope he becomes the superstar there. Look at that. Great commitment.
What about the goalkeeper, Gary?
Oh, don't
Take a look at this.
goalkeepers, Ray.
Come on, look at this. Look.
Hey! Oh!
Not exactly a green octopus,
Let's
that
head to
lad.
the Swiss Super League. This is Lucas Anderson. Look at this on the edge of the box.
Oh, Lucas. I mean,
Again, Gary, look at this goalkeeper, man. You've got to get your gloves back on.
What have you got against goalkeepers today? Let's have
Take a look at this. It's a nice cut in. The goalkeeper.
Hey.
It's a beautiful goal. It's a beautiful goal. Beautiful placement.
He should
Yeah.
dive, at least make an attempt.
You would have.
Grasshopper Swiss Super League also here on beIN Sports, as is NASL. This is Stefano
Pino! Great ball. Ronel on Pino. 1 and 2, by the way, in the SL of goal scoring.
Wonderful
Mr.
stuff. NASL
Nesta.
every Saturday night. You'll catch it live here on beIN Sports and beIN Sports in
See,
Espanol.
if I'd been calling this game, I'd be going, do you like pina colada?
Okay, here we're back to the French League. This is Wesley Said.
Oh,
That's
now
pure
we're
class.
talking.
Pure
What a
class.
great
Now we're
first
talking.
Cal had some
touch,
great
by the
goals,
way.
but this one, just the composure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at this.
Good through ball. First touch. He doesn't need it.
brilliant.
No,
But
Never
hang on a second. Jemison scores with an overhead kick. It's got to be better than this. Come on.
Gary, come on.
Let me show you Jemison's. Let me show you.
Let me
This is
Jemison.
no, have a look. This is a centre back doing an overhead kick in the
great
same
finish.
match. That's the goal.
It's a great finish.
But you could say Falcao's were even as
Yeah.
bad,
Look,
too.
this is the centre
You know
back.
what it
was great.
says? You can't miss Monaco.
Okay, quickly
true.
then. From
Well
which
said,
league
Phil.
was the best goal this week?
Just chosen it now.
Yep.
French league.
French?
Yep.
Yeah,
French.
Of all the leagues or not?
No,
Yeah.
of all the ones we've just shown you.
Star of the round? Neymar?
Which
And Ronaldo in 10 minutes.
France for me as well.
France. Yeah.
Go
Phil?
France.
Okay.
There we go.
Those of you watching in Canada will be able to catch the Champions League this week. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. The Locker Room is back here on beIN Sports. We'll be back on Friday. We'll be talking Serie A then too. So make sure you join
Hey.
us. Same time, same place. See you later.
This segment was brought to you by the new Ford Fusion 2017.